VAR room, there are the two video technicians and then the referee and an assistant referee. And again, as you take a look, those were the flyers that were on the seats before the match, so all of the fans in attendance here today would know what is reviewable. Goals, penalties, reds, and missed identification. I don't think it's going to stop the arguing or the whistling.
Let's hope not. Passion won't be diluted either. Get ready.
We are underway. Real Madrid in white. The Azulones, the blue of Gatafe, attacking from right to left. Again, it is early days in the Julen Lopetegui era. And it's not exactly the full roster for Real Madrid, as several players getting a slow start. And the transfer window is still open till the end of the month. There's a question as to whether all of the players in the Real Madrid roster will actually get there.
And they'll be a lot fitter than this Getafe team, or they should be. They had a very impressive International Cup of Champions and looked very, very sharp. A lot of the youngsters that got their starts from Lopetegui shone nicely, and a couple of them out there today. Dani Ceballos, will be really interesting to see how he pulls the strings in that midfield area, Phil.
Ball into the center, and Gaku Shiwasaki almost threads it through.
It's good tracking back. Dani Carvajal needed to cut that one out. This is a team, as you said, Getafe, the neighbours of Real Madrid. They had a very impressive season last year, and it was very impressive on every front, even at the gates. They were up nearly close to 50%.
Well, this is not your father's Getafe, unless your father left you with a few bruises and hard-fought lessons. Jose Bordalas has tightened up this Getafe team. Look at our AT&T starting lineup there, the midfield and up front. That is Asensio. It's still early days even for those typing out the lineups for Getafe. 15, 10, and 13 last year. A respectable 6-6 and 7 away from home, winning 5 of their last 6 away.
Very aggressive start by Real Madrid.
Inside.
As always, they'll be trying to ping it around and push Marcelo and Carvajal up front to try to feed Big Ben's. How much is he going to miss Ronaldo?
There is
and
Lopetegui.
Vice versa, because Cristiano didn't get off to a good personal start, although his team won in Italy against the Flying Donkeys, but not on the goal sheet, Ronaldo.
Lopetegui spending time with Real Madrid and Barcelona, although limited. Backup goalkeeper in his playing days.
But David Soria on the goal sheet, on Madrid youth as well.
Lopetegui,
the player that won the Europa
spending
League
time with Real Madrid
Sevilla,
and Barcelona.
Depended on him, and he came through. He's a good goalkeeper, Phil.
In his playing days.
He's not get anything handed to him from Sevilla as well.
Lopetegui spending time with Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Depended on him, and he came through. He's a good goalkeeper
from Las Palmas in his playing days. He's not get anything handed to him from Sevilla as well. Is the target official. Spending time with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Also Joaquin Lewandowski's own from Las Palmas in his playing days. He's not get anything handed from Sevilla. Is the target official. Spending time with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Also Joaquin Lewandowski's own from Las Palmas in his playing days.
He doesn't know the flag's gone up, and neither does Soria. Beautiful in denial, but imperious pass from Isco.
And I'm not sure the flag did. We saw the referee, Javier Estrada, reach for his ear. That's a signal, as well as perhaps trying to listen in a little closer.
Let's talk about the players and not the referees. Can we please? All that stuff will be taken care of with this VAR and the man in the middle. This cup, that they will go direct a lot more often than has been in the past, and is a perfect example. And Gareth Bale again, the eye of the storm, his wonderful run dictating the pass from Isco.
Gareth Bale, so much depends. if Lopetegui would have stuck around. Because Spain making an early exit.
Nobody will ever know. That's the answer. I mean, it disrupted the whole squad, and it was the last thing they needed.
If Lopetegui would have stuck around.
Terrible discord.
Was Spain making an early exit.
Team, but throughout the whole, nobody will ever know. That's the answer. Certainly, it's split. It's disrupted the reaction between squad and Spanish Federation. The last thing they needed. Real Madrid caused a terrible discord, bad days, just out the great team leading up to that World Cup. Nobody will ever know. That's the answer. Certainly, it's split. It's disrupted the reaction between squad and Spanish Federation. The last thing they needed. Real Madrid caused people expect terrible, much more bad days, just like that team leading up to that World Cup. Nobody will ever know. Just the answer. Certainly, it's split. It's disrupted the reaction between squad and Spanish Federation. The last thing they needed. Real Madrid caused people expect
keeps it moving. 86 degrees mostly clear.
Just like that team leading up to that.
Only 9 miles separates these two. Marcelo challenges, only whistle from the stands.
Go taking one in the chops there a little bit.
And there is one of the Uruguayan hard men.
Yeah, certainly catches him with the elbow, no intention by the looks of it from Damian Suarez.
Well, we've talked about what Lopetegui might have to do, filling in for Zinedine Zidane, the man with the Midas touch. What about Cristiano Ronaldo? 450 goals wearing the Real Madrid jersey. That's not easy to replace. Gareth Bale will try.
What a ball. What an imperious pass.
Benzema to the inside. Suarez again dispossesses. Portillo back.
The accuracy is so applaudable with that ball from Gareth Bale, but the confidence as well to strike that ball over that distance with that pinpoint accuracy. Amazing pass.
Nice from Nacho, but it's won right back by the Azulones in the middle. And Molina, the 36-year-old veteran, holds on. Off to the near side, Shibasaki started all 4 games in the World Cup for Japan.
As I said earlier, this team in blue, the Azulones, the deep blue, they are a team that, as you said, started out a little shaky last season, but man, did they climb up the table. And as I said, the fans in Madrid came flocking to the stadium. Big increase in their gate, in their revenues. Well played.
Over to the far side, and Isco looking for an outlet. Intercepted again, Suarez. They've always kind of played the third sister to the biggies of Real and Atleti, but I think in some ways it was the emergence of Leganés, their southern Madrid rivals, that said, you know what, we need to do something.
Oh, what
from Marcelo, headed off the top of the crossbar. Bale shy by inches.
Again, the pass is a staggering ball of the highest quality and the highest octane. Marcelo takes one quick look. There he identifies it. He doesn't look up again, and he absolutely paints this one with curve and swerve right under the head of Gareth, and he attacks this like Dracula onto a plate of liver. Just can't get it down enough. Wonderful attempt. I don't know what's more impressive, the diving header or the magisterial pass from Marcelo. Well played, Welshie.
Well, if Marcelo can keep doing that, I have a feeling there will be a new dynamic duo. Bruno Gonzalez did well. Bale just did better to get there.
The pass was what created him. He took it all into account, dropping it into that area. There wasn't anything hit and hope from Marcelo. Again, wonderful lynx eye vision, but the hit. There's been some beautiful passing from this Real Madrid team. 16 minutes in, they look as if they're pistoning all over the shop, Phil. Nice movement around, and for now, El Gata defending just enough and well enough to keep the scoreline at duck eggs, but great threat from Los Blancos.
Ball just gets away. Marcelo pounces. Isco sweeps it. Well, Bale has scored 88 goals since his time. Maybe a goal every other game, but considering Cristiano was scoring a goal a game. There's another shoe to fill. Benzema glued to his feet. Marcelo again. Ceballos poked free. With the right foot, Marcelo. Out comes Soria to punch it clear.
That's an impressive punch, and I'm sure we won't get a replay of that. But that's as good as you get for all you young goalkeepers looking. David Soria coming out, leaving his lane earlier, locking his focus on the ball, getting the height and distance with one fist. Gary Bailey will like that.
Might even punch Thomas Rangen just for the heck of it. Off to the near side, Ceballos. Asensio. Little slip from Gaku.
Gareth Bale and Benzema calling for that earlier service. Bale's drifting out wide, both sides at will. Lovely fluidity about Real Madrid here.
Slamming into the back of Damian Suarez, the 30-year-old.
Interesting shuffling of the deck by Lopetegui in the opening game. In this defensive, Gatafe is certainly nowhere near the type of defense they come up against in the Super Cup against Simeone's Atletico Madrid. I thought Real Madrid played it very, very well for big parts of that game as well. But certainly Simeone's men towards the end, and the substitutes came in, had a fresher look about them and took advantage in a great game that was a wonderful advertisement for the best league in the world. Look at this again. One touch and then this whisk in. Absolutely beautiful. World-class pass from a world-class player, and Gareth will be looking for the groundsman.
And the other point, considering he might not want to look for the headlines tomorrow, because whether it's fair or not, sprinting down towards the goal line, deflected inside. Soria again. Ceballos back to the middle, and he loops it home. Real Madrid in front.
Danny on the spot, and this time David Soria doesn't get the distance or the height. His punch is a little weak, and Danny Ceballos locks his focus and takes it all into account. Carvajal, excuse me. The ball just loops to him, and it's a kiss home, and it's a punishing kiss in the end. But Carvajal, wonderful. Gareth Bale sends it in. The goalkeeper reads the deflection, but he cannot get enough. That's a tremendous rainbow header. Again, the deflection is what costs the goalkeeper. Soria, he's reaching out. He thinks he's got enough, and unfortunately it lands right on the head of Dani Carvajal, and the ex-Bayer Leverkusen man gives it a beautiful kiss home.
Sometimes the keeper will come in for criticism. If he hadn't come out, though, Karim Benzema was wide open at the 6. But he pays the price for not getting it out of the area. So 1-0 Real Madrid. Down the line from Cabrera. Gaku, Molina, Amat, and back for Shibasaki. In for the run. A little bump from Ramos. Down goes Adambadi, but no whistle. Not much there. Mentioned as we take another look from another angle. Remember, they do have VAR, so the video referees also looking at those replays before things get back underway. Was going to say Bale might not want to look at the headlines tomorrow, because whether it's fair or not, the header that hit the crossbar, you know, some headline writer's going to say Cristiano would have scored that. Those are the shoes Bale needs to fill. Midway through this opening half,
Maybe them same critics will be asking whether Cristiano Ronaldo would have sent that type of quality ball that was delivered in. It's all gossip, and according to the Real Madrid lads, right from Sergio Ramos, the wonderful captain, the Ben-Hur behind the chariot, he says it's in the past. We moved on. The club will miss him, but it's see you in Europe.
Bale again using the left and coming back to save it.
Though, Phil. What a pass again from Gareth. Steps into it, facing Keylor Navas, and then whisking it in, dropping it in beautifully to a white shirt.
Nacho getting the start here today with Varane on the bench. Similar with Luka Modric. Of course, those two with a World Cup final that kept them busy. Casemiro not out there because he's still not 100%. Of course, German player of the year, but maybe still something to prove for Real Madrid. Bale now over on the left. Opening the door for Carvajal on this near side.
Moving this ball around very impressively. Real Madrid going back over, just caught here. But again, slick and quick with their passing under Julen Lopetegui. There's that wonderful hesitation. It gets away, and that's the makeup that Gareth Bale. And the ball just took a little kiss beyond, and that is a perfect header. He's got a lot to take into consideration in terms of the height and the weight on it. He gets everything right, Danny Carvajal.
Flying out and tangling with Molina. Nacho Fernandez, the utility man for Real Madrid. Nacho has been with Real Madrid since 2001, when he was just 11 years of age. One of those players they thought might never quite be good enough. Maybe one of the problems of late has been he's too good in too many areas. Jack of all trades. Long ball shepherded back to Navas. "20 minutes left to go in regulation in this opening half. Real Madrid starting the Lopetegui era on a bit of a negative note, as you were talking about, although the scoreline deceptive. But for the very start of the game and the very end of the game, Real Madrid can more than hold its head high. But they award the trophies on the final score. Bale.
They had the opportunities right to the death. Of course, Marcelo being set up again by the Welsh fire-breathing dragon with an immaculate ball for Marcelo right on the stroke of full time. The score was 2-2. Marcelo just missing. That's fabulous.
Spanked
football.
wide. Asensio, one touch, and he just sends it high.
Beautiful setup. Benzema looking at him saying, "You could have fed me back," but Asensio thinks he can do it. Look at beautiful ball arrowed through here again, and there you see Benzema pulling away, wanting it. He's got options at the back post as well in Gareth Bale. He's got a multitude of options, but goes for the glory hit, and we've seen it before, Phil. He's good enough, so he'll not get too much criticism from his teammates. Great setup though from Los Vikingos.
They've also seen him score shots like that. Nacho trying to sprint through the midfield line.
It's one of the most difficult shots to take when you're stepping into a ball like that, and you've got to have the curve and swerve and dip and looking for a goal. Remember, Luis Suarez scored a fabulous goal for Barcelona in a similar situations. It's an ambitious shot. When it comes off, it could be up there for goal of the season. But again, the confidence to attempt it is being recognised by Lopetegui. Another one of those players that Lopetegui's got great familiarity with.
Another hard hit, again Molina, and this time Estrada comes with a card.
Good speed by Tony, just arrowing away, and Molina comes in, and dramatics by Cross, but he bounces straight back up.
Realizes how close he was, but well guarded by the German international.
Molina still arguing with the referee. He was just too fast for his boss.
Gross out wide. Carvajal measures, bangs it off the backside of Amatanjai. That one goes out for the corner.
Really seen them stringing any passes together. Real Madrid dominant.
Gross cutting it back, well disguised, gets back on side, then back to Isco.
Nicely.
Rifles it across. And just in time, Bruno Gonzalez. Not a lot of height on that back line. Gonzalez just 6 feet tall. Deconum just 5'10", but Soria at 6'4", making up for it. They lost Guaita, but they bring in the 25-year-old Soria. Offside the call on that pass. Real Madrid in front, have not lost an opening round game at home, Ray, since 1984. And that was when the schedule maker had the audacity to put the Clásico as the opening match. Barcelona winning 3-0. Since then, Real 10-4-0 at home in game one. Wide for Fernandez. Oh, flicked on by Isco. Carvajal back to Alarcón.
I thought I was carrying away from Ramos there. Isco fooling me.
Marcelo.
What I like about this Lopetegui's team as well, and sent out an attacking lineup, you know, and regularly leaving just Nacho and Ramos at home. And Barcelona yesterday not quite as adventurous with their lineup, and that may be an indication of how we're going to see this new brand of Lopetegui Real Madrid football. He has got players that are fit, and he could have sent in a little bit more defensively, Phil, but he's went with some real attacking fervour, and it's showing. The scoreline doesn't reflect the dominance. Look out.
Letting him play. 2 potential fouls left unwhistled. And back to Bruno. And Jai couldn't keep it in. Throw in Real Madrid. You talk about Lopetegui. There were a lot of questions. Sure, he was a Spanish national team manager, but he hadn't really proven himself there. The World Cup was going to be the chance to do that. He was fired mid-season.
Yeah. Certainly a lot of skeptics wondering about him, but the jungle drums state that the message is that he's a really top-class man and gets along well with his players, and that little touch of Harry in the night, that communication, the man management, it's different to what Zidane brought, that's for sure, but will it provide the success that Zidane brought?
Bale gets to it, but can't get it past Soria.
The players, all the reports coming out from Valdebebas, the training ground at Madrid for Los Vikingos, is all good. They all like the manner and the approach of the new boss, and again that communication seems to be a little looser, and it's been welcomed universally by the Real Madrid players. There's been no signs of disruption, or it's all been good vibes.
Sprinting Asensio.
And we know how quickly that can change at the White House, but Again, this deflection loops it, and then Soria comes, and it's a good punch by the looks of it. He's stretching all the way because of that deflection. But then again, Danny feasts.
Right, one thing of note, as you pointed out, how fickle the fans can be. See quite a few empty seats here. Looks like it might be less than 50,000 in attendance here today.
It's the same in Camp Nou yesterday.
54,000 and change.
Yeah.
Benzema fakes the pass, drives into the area, takes a deflected shot that goes into the signboards and out for the corner.
Well tracked down by Jenny Dakonum. This wonderful quickness and sharpness from Big Benz.
Won't mention he comes out of Alcorcon, does Dakonum.
Bravely taking him on. That's a good sign again on Benzema.
This will swing in towards Soria's net. Just outside, over Ramos. Cleared away Suarez. Marcelo challenging Gaku, and the ball likes the Brazilian. But then taken away and gifted right back.
Nacho wins it back. He's in.
Benzema on his right, lifts it across Soria. There's a push into the net, and a penalty is called as Ramos goes flying. A chance to double their lead, but it's waved off because offside called first. So it would have been a penalty, but apparent offside.
Take a look at this. Marcelo gets the run, and it's a beautiful run, and he's just offside by half a torso. Beautiful pass, red carpet, pixel perfect. And you're right, Phil Shane, that would have been a certain penalty, but the man with the flag, the offside comes on, and it's a correct call. But what a ball again from Marcelo. That is the highlight. What a ace to pull out of his hand. Again, Marcelo, man, there's so many options he's got. To the left, to the right, he had a direct hit to the back post, he had the shot on. But he spears this ball through, and the weight of the pass measured down to the gram.
Ball nodded wide. Lopetegui, arms held wide as he looks for the referee. Throw in Getafe. It'll be Cabrera, the 27-year-old left back. Asensio. Ceballos delicately. And Kroos bravely. Navas gets it back to the defensive half. 10 minutes left in the opening half. For the first time in 4 seasons, Gareth Bale not scoring the opening goal. It was kind of a howl. And there, as you take a look, confirmation. And again, it would have been a caution and a penalty, but both wiped out because offside came first.
I'll just have one more look at that ball from Marcelo, please.
I think you're developing a man crush. There he is again.
Any football observer that doesn't appreciate what that guy brings to the dance doesn't know the game. You talk about his defensive liability. There's not a better fullback in world football than Marcelo.
Isco trapped on the ball. Gaku trying to get there. Nacho again pounces.
And he is being given free rein again by Lopetegui. Basically playing in that left wing position truly. He's tracking back on the isolated raids that Getafe have, Phil, but on that far side he's not getting much problem.
Burst of speed from Bale, tries to sneak it behind Dakonum. Jenny with the touch, Benz wins it back. Cross from distance as Asensio separates down this right wing.
Good football though, isn't it, from Real Madrid? Just watching it, the type of quickness and sharpness and that wonderful embroidering quickly with the ball. and they're going left and right, but predominantly on the left with this guy.
And as you said, there is that threat of the direct route. Here, the long diagonal. When you have speed, the likes of Asensio and Bale, why not? Ceballos retreats.
Smart.
Real Madrid with a trip to Catalonia next week. Ball almost through, but Kroos back in time. Taking on Girona. Another surprising debutante last year. A true debutante. And then they'll be back at home against Leganés in another mini derby. For Getafe, they'll welcome Eibar, who were shocked by this year's newcomers, Huesca. And a battle of two of the smallest, at least population size, teams in La Liga. The newcomers grab the victory. Diving header from Bruno. Gaku. Good ball in, but Nacho again. Ray mentioned he's been there since 2001 in the youth ranks when Vicente Del Bosque was still the manager. And since he's been there, Julen Lopetegui, his 15th manager for Nacho. Suarez. Brought over from Elche a few years back. Down the line, Gaku. Suarez cross. Slight bounce into the arms of Navas. Now he's got to scramble to get back.
Well played. And again.
Keeping the ball moving, Ceballos. Asensio bundled down right on the center spot.
It's tight passing lanes in between for Real Madrid to find, but again, confidently playing through the pressure.
Jenny. Question whether he was going to start today. Arambari as well, but both healthy. Marco Bergara, the former Athletic defender, the only player out. Casemiro, Odriozola, and Jesus Vallejo, the young center back, all missing for Real Madrid today due to injury. Carvajal's goal in the 20th, the only scoring so far. Herrera tries to drop it in, scrambling over Amat. Battling Carvajal, arm comes out, Carvajal goes down, card comes out. Bit of frustration as the Volkswagen halftime show coming up next.
Two players just battling away for the ball. Amat comes in and is a little frustrated on feeling the pressure from Carvajal. As this one is a little push there, but then it's a clear hand fist to the face, and referee spotting it nicely. Always a tenacious type of player and aggressive for those loose balls in a good way. And Amat, of course, Senegalese 22-year-old, he's always going to fight you over a throw-in.
Former Atletico youth player, promising winger for Getafe. 4 minutes and change left to go in this opening half. Can Getafe find an equalizer? Possession rate at 82%.
Yeah.
And they're adding to it.
Beautiful ball from Isco.
Oh! Jene bringing down Benzema. Takes the yellow, but maybe saves a goal.
Referee now handing out yellow cards like a speed cop at the Indy 500, and rightfully so. The ball from Isco was dropping down, volleyed into perfect stride for Benzema, and again Benzema quick, looks fit, and There's been no whistles or boos or anything approaching that. This has been an impressive first half for Real Madrid, but still they'd like to get that insurance for Gatafe. By the same token, can't afford to let a second one go in.
Ramos driving it to the spot. Ramos puts it in the back of the net, but with a push on Cabrera in the way.
They like what they see, but the referee doesn't. Beautiful ball into him. Take a look. It's going down. Again, it's always those loose arms and hands on players, and once the referee sees it, there's not a whole hell of a lot there in between the two players. It's tit for tat, but Sergio Ramos not able to just hold his arms or hands away from him and lock his focus on the ball. But good finish by the captain.
Without Cristiano Ronaldo, the new talisman, if you will, if there was a doubt for the captain, just carries beyond the goal line.
No Luka Modric either. Of course, wonderful World Cup that look ahead, along with Ivan Rakitic of Barcelona. Two tremendous inspirational players for Croatia. Given a little bit more time to come back to full fitness after a little bit of an extended break. But it doesn't seem as if they're missing him that much.
They had to sense the footsteps of Bale and maybe goes in half-hearted.
Here's another look at this tangle between the two of them. Oh, man. See, I don't think there was too much in between both of them there. It looks as if
ball in for Molina.
Pereira's going down a little bit out of balance as much as anything, but the referee sees the arm across him from Sergio Ramos, and that's why he's blew the whistle. Unfortunate. Close though.
Nine straight victories at home against Getafe since that memorable moment where Uche scored when Real was still celebrating an apparent Arjen Robben goal. Nice footwork from Suarez, but then he gifts it right back. Real have won 11 of their last 13 against Getafe at home. Bale with his right foot, Soria with his two hands. Nacho putting it into touch, and on the stroke of 45, the first half comes to a close. Dani Carvajal's goal, the only tally of the match.
Yeah, a looping header, unfortunately for Soria, not able to get enough of the big bucket full of knuckles on it, and Carvajal pounces 1-0. Los Vikingos.
Summer wants you to slip out of the office and into a swimsuit. It wants bonfires that go way later than they should. Basically, if you're summering with a Corona in hand, you're doing it right. But don't take it from us, take it from Summer.
This is a game changer. No scrub deck wash. Game changer.
Game changer?
Game changer.
The moment you take staining to the next level.
Buy 1 can of select Valspar stains and paints and get 1 half off for your rebate.
Could this party get any better?
Dr. Pepper Cherry a cherry treat.
Well, I'm a horse. I like carrots.
This party did get better.
Dr. Pepper Cherry, cherry on.
Este 28 de octubre, el clásico entra a una nueva era. No se pierda los últimos clásicos de Messi versus las estrellas del Real Madrid. Acompáñenos y haga como ya lo han hecho cientos de personas.
Una experiencia inolvidable.
Exceptional from the beginning all the way to the end.
Fue una experiencia muy agradable.
El hotel, el partido, los tours, todo perfecto.
Una tremenda experiencia.
Nos cumplieron con todo lo que nos prometieron.
Se los recomiendo bastante.
Lo recomendaríamos. Excelente.
El Clásico Trips los invita a que nos acompañen este 28 de octubre al Clásico de España entre Barcelona y el Real Madrid. No se pierda la oportunidad de ver a Messi en vivo contra las estrellas del Real Madrid. Y ahora usted puede estar allí. Disfruta el Clásico en vivo este 28 de octubre en el Camp Nou. El paquete incluye avión, hotel, traslados, tour de la ciudad, tour del estadio y lo más importante, su entrada al juego. Y además, el Clásico Trips le ofrece planes de financiamiento desde 111 al mes. Marque ahora el número en pantalla, elclasicotrips.com, y haga su sueño realidad.
Every time you want the weekend to start on Thursday, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you want a New York minute to slow down. And every time you can't think of a single thing you need, a Corona gets its lime.
Let's all rise. The best league in the world is back. Valencia, Atlético de Madrid. Tomorrow on beIN Sports.
Thousands of people contact InventHelp monthly about their invention or new product. Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential, explaining every step of the invention process. Join people just like you who made the call to InventHelp. You have nothing to lose. The call and the information are free. Call now.
Call 1-800-716-0441. 1-800-716-0441.
The Middle East, cradle of civilization, epicenter of the major crisis and conflicts that affect our world today. I-24 News is a witness. Our journalists live and breathe there every day. Get all the latest from our studios in Tel Aviv, New York, Washington, and Paris. As news happens where it happens. I-24 News. See beyond.
Press Halftime Show is presented by Volkswagen. Why settle for an SUV when you can have an SUVW?
Welcome into your Express Halftime Show, brought to you by Volkswagen. Real Madrid are 1-0 up at the half. It had been Gareth Bale scoring the opening day goals for the Madridistas, but the duty today fell to Dani Carvajal. The Welshman was involved, though. To look back on all of it, here's Phil Shane and Ray Hudson.
Thank you, Kay. And looking in at the opening match of the Santiago Bernabeu, well, in Lopetegui era beginning, and Keylor Navas sticking around.
Kicking off in the new season, and some things still remain the same. The old reliable Marcelo sends a heavenly pass, and Gareth is brave and nearly accurately beautiful with his dispatch. A great header, an even better pass. Again, he would come on and pin Gatafe back for the majority of this game, and we saw David Soria punching classically out, but not this time. And unfortunately for Getafe, it falls to Dani Carvajal, who's clean with his header. The ball's not spinning. Sometimes when you see the ball coming off a goalkeeper's fist, that spin is a difficult thing to control, but it lands directly for Dani. Goal.
Volkswagen Express continues.
This party get any better?
Dr. Pepper Cherry on cherry treat.
Well, I'm a horse. I like carrots.
This party did get better.
Dr. Pepper Cherry! Cherry on!
I put a spell on you. Yeah, because you're mine.
With Chase ATMs, Serena can now grab cash on the go, all with the tap of her phone. No card, no problem. Life, lived Serena's way. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Check, guys. Wow.
¿Cómo te conviertes en la marca más vendida en el país?
Tal vez hace unos meses.
Cierto.
¿Aquí? Ahora sí.
Lo haces para los que esperan más de una SUV.
Ay, mejor. Mucho mejor.
¿Cómo extraño mis tacones?
¿Cómo extraño mis tobillos?
¿Cómo extraño el sushi?
Ford, la marca más vendida en el país.
Racing isn't the only thing on my mind. And with GoDaddy, I'm making my ideas real. With GoDaddy, you can get a website to sell online, and it will look good. I made my own way. Now it's time to make yours.
Just like it should. Money is like life. You have to decide how to get the most from it. So we made you some simple, free tools to help you see all of your money and investments in one place. Which means you can make smart choices about how to spend your money and your life.
Could this party get any better?
Dr. Pepper Cherry, a cherry treat.
What? I'm a horse. I like carrots.
This party did get better.
Dr. Pepper Cherry, cherry on!
Last year in Pittsburgh, Cameron Beaubier has a day to forget after winning his 5th race in the season when suddenly this happened. Anything can happen in Moto America. Championship of Pittsburgh on BN Sports.
I love my job.